Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Practice Podcast. Today, we are going to practice English in a very simple, very powerful way. You will listen. You will repeat. You will copy the rhythm. You will copy the sound. You will train your ears, your mouth, and your confidence at the same time. This is a shadowing practice lesson. That means you do not need to study grammar rules today. You do not need to memorize a long vocabulary list. You do not need to understand every single word perfectly before you begin. Today, your job is simple. Listen carefully. Repeat clearly. Stay relaxed. And keep going. I will say each sentence 2 times. The first time, just listen and feel the rhythm. The second time, repeat after me. If you want a stronger practice, repeat both times. Speak out loud if you can. Use your real voice. Do not only repeat in your head. English speaking improves when your mouth actually moves. Your tongue needs practice. Your lips need practice. Your ears need practice. Your brain needs practice. And every sentence you repeat today is one small step toward more natural English. Before we begin, take a slow breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. You do not need to sound perfect. You only need to practice. Mistakes are not a problem. Silence is the bigger problem. So today, do not stay silent. Speak with me. Repeat with me. Train with me. And by the end of this lesson, you will feel more awake, more confident, and more connected to English. Let's begin. I am ready to practice English today. I am ready to practice English today. I will speak slowly, clearly, and confidently. I will speak slowly, clearly, and confidently. I do not need to be perfect to begin. I do not need to be perfect to begin. I can improve one sentence at a time. I can improve one sentence at a time. My English grows when I practice every day. My English grows when I practice every day. I am training my ears to hear English better. I am training my ears to hear English better. I am training my mouth to speak English more naturally. I am training my mouth to speak English more naturally. I am patient with myself while I learn. I am patient with myself while I learn. I allow myself to make mistakes and continue. I allow myself to make mistakes and continue. Every mistake can teach me something useful. Every mistake can teach me something useful. I listen first, then I repeat. I listen first, then I repeat. I follow the sound, not only the words. I follow the sound, not only the words. I notice the rhythm of English. I notice the rhythm of English. I copy the speaker's stress and intonation. I copy the speaker's stress and intonation. I speak with a calm and steady voice. I speak with a calm and steady voice. I am becoming more comfortable with English. I am becoming more comfortable with English. I choose practice over fear. I choose practice over fear. I choose progress over perfection. I choose progress over perfection. I choose action over hesitation. I choose action over hesitation. I am proud of myself for showing up today. I am proud of myself for showing up today. Good. Now we will warm up with simple daily sentences. These sentences are easy to understand, but they are useful for building fluency. Repeat naturally. Do not rush. Let the words flow. I wake up and start a new day. I wake up and start a new day. I take a deep breath and smile. I take a deep breath and smile. I drink a glass of water in the morning. I drink a glass of water in the morning. I prepare my mind for a productive day. I prepare my mind for a productive day. I check my schedule before I begin. I check my schedule before I begin. I make a small plan for the day. I make a small plan for the day. I focus on the most important task first. I focus on the most important task first. I try not to waste my morning. I try not to waste my morning. I give myself enough time to get ready. I give myself enough time to get ready. I leave the house with a clear mind. I leave the house with a clear mind. I walk outside and notice the world around me. I walk outside and notice the world around me. I listen to English while I travel. I listen to English while I travel. I use small moments to improve my English. I use small moments to improve my English. I can practice English anywhere. I can practice English anywhere. I can practice English at home. I can practice English at home. I can practice English on the bus. I can practice English on the bus. I can practice English while walking. I can practice English while walking. I can practice English before I sleep. I can practice English before I sleep. A few minutes of practice can make a difference. A few minutes of practice can make a difference. Small habits create big changes over time. Small habits create big changes over time. Excellent. Now let's practice sentences about learning English. Say them with confidence. Imagine that every sentence is helping you become a stronger English speaker. I am learning English for my future. I am learning English for my future. English can help me connect with more people. English can help me connect with more people. English can help me understand the world better. English can help me understand the world better. I do not have to learn everything in one day. I do not have to learn everything in one day. I only need to keep moving forward. I only need to keep moving forward. When I listen more, I understand more. When I listen more, I understand more. When I repeat more, I speak more naturally. When I repeat more, I'll speak more naturally. When I practice often, I feel more confident. When I practice often, I feel more confident. I do not compare my journey with other people. I do not compare my journey with other people. I respect my own learning speed. I respect my own learning speed. Some days feel easy. Some days feel easy. Some days feel difficult. Some days feel difficult. But every day can teach me something. But every day can teach me something. I can learn from slow progress. I can learn from slow progress. I can learn from difficult moments. I can learn from difficult moments. I can learn from every conversation. I can learn from every conversation. I can learn from every listening mistake. I can learn from every listening mistake. I can learn from every sentence I repeat. I can learn from every sentence I repeat. English is not my enemy. English is not my enemy. English is a skill I can build. English is a skill I can build. Very good. Now we will practice confident sentences. These are not just English sentences, they are also reminders. Many learners know more English than they think, but fear stops them from speaking. Today we will practice speaking through fear. Repeat after me. I can speak even when I feel nervous. I can speak even when I feel nervous. I can answer even if my sentence is not perfect. I can answer even if my sentence is not perfect. I can pause and think before I speak. I can pause and think before I speak. I can ask someone to repeat the question. I can ask someone to repeat the question. I can say, "Could you say that again, please?" I can say, "Could you say that again, please?" I can say, "Let me think for a moment." I can say, "Let me think for a moment." I can say, "I am not sure, but I will try." I can say, "I am not sure, but I will try." I do not need to hide when I make a mistake. I do not need to hide when I make a mistake. I can correct myself and continue speaking. I can correct myself and continue speaking. I am allowed to be a learner. I am allowed to be a learner. I am allowed to speak slowly. I am allowed to speak slowly. I am allowed to ask questions. I am allowed to ask questions. I am allowed to try again. I am allowed to try again. Confidence grows when I practice. Confidence grows when I practice. Confidence grows when I keep speaking. Confidence grows when I keep speaking. Confidence grows when I stop judging myself too harshly. Confidence grows when I stop judging myself too harshly. I am braver than I feel. I am braver than I feel. I am more capable than I realize. I am more capable than I realize. I can do hard things in English. I can do hard things in English. Wonderful. Now let's move into real-life communication. These sentences are useful for daily conversations. Speak naturally. Try to copy the flow. Good morning. How are you today? Good morning. How are you today? I am doing well, thank you. I am doing well, thank you. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? What are you doing later? What are you doing later? Do you have any plans today? Do you have any plans today? I'm going to meet a friend after work. I am going to meet a friend after work. I need to buy a few things before I go home. I need to buy a few things before I go home. I am looking for a quiet place to study. I am looking for a quiet place to study. Could you help me with this, please? Could you help me with this, please? Could you explain that one more time? Could you explain that one more time? I did not catch the last part. I did not catch the last part. Could you speak a little more slowly? Could you speak a little more slowly? That makes sense now. That makes sense now. Thank you for explaining it clearly. Thank you for explaining it clearly. I appreciate your help. I appreciate your help. Let me check and get back to you. Let me check and get back to you. I will send you the information later. I will send you the information later. Please let me know if anything changes. Please let me know if anything changes. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. I agree with you. I agree with you. I see your point. I see your point. I have a different opinion. I have a different opinion. Can I add something here? Can I add something here? I think we should talk about this more. I think we should talk about this more. Great. Now we will practice natural rhythm. In English, some words are stronger. Some words are softer. Do not speak like a robot. Let your voice move. Listen to the sentence. Then repeat it with the same rhythm. I really want to improve my listening. I really want to improve my listening. I need more time to think about it. I need more time to think about it. She told me about the meeting yesterday. She told me about the meeting yesterday. We should leave a little earlier tomorrow. We should leave a little earlier tomorrow. I forgot to bring my notebook today. I forgot to bring my notebook today. He asked me to call him after lunch. He asked me to call him after lunch. They invited us to join them for dinner. They invited us to join them for dinner. I was trying to understand the whole conversation. I was trying to understand the whole conversation. It was easier than I expected. It was easier than I expected. It was more difficult than I thought. It was more difficult than I thought. I am getting used to natural English. I am getting used to natural English. I am starting to hear the rhythm better. I am starting to hear the rhythm better. I can understand more when I stay relaxed. I can understand more when I stay relaxed. I do not panic when I miss one word. I do not panic when I miss one word. I listen for the main idea first. I listen for the main idea first. I listen for important words. I listen for important words. I listen for the speaker's feeling. I listen for the speaker's feeling. I listen for meaning, not only grammar. I listen for meaning, not only grammar. Good. Now let's practice short, natural phrases. These phrases appear often in spoken English. Repeat them clearly. Take your time. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That is a good question. That is a good question. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. I will think about it. I will think about it. I have heard that before. I have heard that before. I have never tried that. Have never tried that. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. That sounds difficult. That sounds difficult. That sounds much better. That sounds much better. I am happy to help. I am happy to help. I am glad you asked. I am glad you asked. I am sorry about that. I am sorry about that. No problem at all. No problem at all. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. We can figure it out together. We can figure it out together. Let's take it step by step. Let's take it step by step. Excellent. Now we will practice sentences for work and study. These are useful if you need English for meetings, classes, emails, presentations, or daily communication. I have a meeting this morning. I have a meeting this morning. I need to prepare my notes. I need to prepare my notes. I want to explain my idea clearly. I want to explain my idea clearly. I will listen carefully to everyone. I will listen carefully to everyone. I will ask questions if I need more information. I will ask questions if I need more information. I will take notes during the discussion. I will take notes during the discussion. I need to finish this task before the deadline. I need to finish this task before the deadline. I am working on a new project. I am working on a new project. I am learning how to manage my time better. I am learning how to manage my time better. I try to stay focused when I study. I try to stay focused when I study. I turn off distractions when I need to concentrate. I turn off distractions when I need to concentrate. I review my lessons at the end of the day. I review my lessons at the end of the day. I practice speaking before important conversations. I practice speaking before important conversations. I prepare useful phrases in advance. I prepare useful phrases in advance. I do my best even when I feel tired. I do my best even when I feel tired. I can explain my thoughts in simple English. I can explain my thoughts in simple English. Simple English can still be powerful. Simple English can still be powerful. Clear communication is more important than complicated words. Clear communication is more important than complicated words. I want people to understand my message. I want people to understand my message. I am learning to speak with clarity and confidence. I am learning to speak with clarity and confidence. Very nice. Now let's practice travel English. Imagine you are traveling to another country. You need to ask questions. You need to listen. You need to stay calm. Repeat after me. I'm excited to travel to a new place. I'm excited to travel to a new place. I have my passport and my ticket ready. I have my passport and my ticket ready. I would like to check in, please. I would like to check in, please. Here's my passport. Here is my passport. Could you tell me where the gate is? Could you tell me where the gate is? What time does boarding start? What time does boarding start? Is this the right line for this flight? Is this the right line for this flight? I would like a window seat if possible. I would like a window seat if possible. Could I have some water, please? Could I have some water, please? How long is the flight? How long is the flight? I need to find the baggage claim area. I need to find the baggage claim area. Excuse me, where can I get a taxi? Excuse me, where can I get a taxi? Could you take me to this address? Could you take me to this address? How much does it cost to get there? How much does it cost to get there? I am visiting for a few days. I am visiting for a few days. I am here for work. I am here for work. I am here for a holiday. I am here for a holiday. I am learning English so I can travel with confidence. I am learning English so I can travel with confidence. English helps me feel more independent. English helps me feel more independent. English helps me enjoy new experiences. English helps me enjoy new experiences. Great work. Now let's practice phone and online communication. Many learners feel nervous on the phone because they cannot see the other person's face. That is normal. Let's build confidence with useful sentences. Hello, this is Anna speaking. Hello, this is Anna speaking. May I ask who is calling? May I ask who is calling? Could you please repeat your name? Could you please repeat your name? I am sorry, the line is not very clear. I am sorry, the line is not very clear. Could you say that again more slowly? Could you say that again more slowly? I will call you back in a few minutes. I will call you back in a few minutes. Can we talk later today? Can we talk later today? I am available after 3 o'clock. I am available after 3 o'clock. Please send me the details by email. Please send me the details by email. I will check my calendar and confirm. I will check my calendar and confirm. I am joining the meeting now. I am joining the meeting now. Can everyone hear me clearly? Can everyone hear me clearly? I think my microphone is working now. I think my microphone is working now. Sorry, my internet connection is unstable. Sorry, my internet connection is unstable. Could you put the link in the chat? Could you put the link in the chat? I would like to share one idea. I would like to share one idea. Can I ask a quick question? Can I ask a quick question? Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your presentation. That was very helpful. That was very helpful. I will follow up after the meeting. I will follow up after the meeting. Excellent. Now we will practice listening mindset. These sentences will help you remember how to listen better. Repeat with intention. I do not need to understand every word. I do not need to understand every word. I can understand the main idea first. I can understand the main idea first. I can use context to guess meaning. I can use context to guess meaning. I can listen for stressed words. I can listen for stressed words. I can listen for repeated words. I can listen for repeated words. I can listen for emotion in the speaker's voice. I can listen for emotion in the speaker's voice. I can notice if the speaker sounds happy. I can notice if the speaker sounds happy. I can notice if the speaker sounds worried. I can notice if the speaker sounds worried. I can notice if the speaker sounds surprised. I can notice if the speaker sounds surprised. I can listen again when I need to. I can listen again when I need to. Repetition helps my ears become stronger. Repetition helps my ears become stronger. Short practice every day is better than rare practice. Short practice every day is better than rare practice. I can listen to the same sentence many times. I can listen to the same sentence many times. I can shadow the same sentence until it feels natural. I can shadow the same sentence until it feels natural. I do not give up because one sentence is difficult. I do not give up because one sentence is difficult. Difficult sentences make my listening stronger. Difficult sentences make my listening stronger. Natural English becomes easier with time. Natural English becomes easier with time. My ears are learning new patterns. My ears are learning new patterns. My brain is getting used to English sounds. My brain is getting used to English sounds. I am becoming a better listener every day. I am becoming a better listener every day. Good. Now let's practice connected ideas. These sentences are a little longer. Try to keep your voice smooth. Do not stop after every word. Speak in small groups of meaning. When I practice English, I try to stay relaxed. When I practice English, I try to stay relaxed. If I feel nervous, I take a breath and continue. If I feel nervous, I take a breath and continue. Even when I make mistakes, I can still communicate. Even when I make mistakes, I can still communicate. The more I speak, the more natural I feel. The more I speak, the more natural I feel. The more I listen, the more patterns I notice. The more I listen, the more patterns I notice. The more I repeat, the stronger my speaking becomes. The more I repeat, the stronger my speaking becomes. I do not wait until I feel ready. I do not wait until I feel ready. I become ready by practicing. I become ready by practicing. I do not wait for perfect confidence. I do not wait for perfect confidence. I build confidence by taking action. I build confidence by taking action. I can practice today, even for 5 minutes. I can practice today, even for 5 minutes. I can repeat one sentence until it sounds better. I can repeat one sentence until it sounds better. I can record my voice and listen again. I can record my voice and listen again. I can notice what sounds clear. I can notice what sounds clear. I can notice what needs more practice. I can notice what needs more practice. I can improve without criticizing myself. I can improve without criticizing myself. I can be honest and kind to myself. I can be honest and kind to myself. I can celebrate small wins. I can celebrate small wins. Every clear sentence is a small win. Every clear sentence is a small win. Every brave attempt is a small win. Every brave attempt is a small win. Great. Now we will practice everyday mini stories. These short stories help you speak in connected sentences. Repeat each sentence after me. This morning I woke up earlier than usual. This morning I woke up earlier than usual. I made a cup of coffee and opened my notebook. I made a cup of coffee and opened my notebook. I wrote down 3 things I wanted to finish today. I wrote down 3 things I wanted to finish today. Then I listened to a short English lesson. Then I listened to a short English lesson. I repeated the sentences out loud. I repeated the sentences out loud. At first, my voice felt a little strange. At first, my voice felt a little strange. But after a few minutes, I felt more comfortable. But after a few minutes, I felt more comfortable. I realized that speaking English can become a habit. I realized that speaking English can become a habit. Another story. Yesterday, I had a conversation in English. Yesterday, I had a conversation in English. I did not understand every word. I did not understand every word. But I understood the main idea. But I understood the main idea. I asked one question when I felt confused. I asked one question when I felt confused. The other person explained it again. The other person explained it again. I listened carefully and answered slowly. I listened carefully and answered slowly. The conversation was not perfect. The conversation was not perfect. But I was proud because I tried. But I was proud because I tried. Another story. Last week I watched a video in English. Last week I watched a video in English. The speaker talked faster than I expected. The speaker talked faster than I expected. I felt lost at the beginning. I felt lost at the beginning. Then I stopped trying to catch every word. Then I stopped trying to catch every word. I listened for the main words. I listened for the main words. I listened for the speaker's tone. I listened for the speaker's tone. I watched the video again with subtitles. I watched the video again with subtitles. The second time, I understood much more. The second time, I understood much more. Excellent. Now let's practice motivation for long-term learning. Say these sentences like you believe them, because they are true. Learning English is a long journey. Learning English is a long journey. I do not need to rush the process. I do not need to rush the process. I can enjoy the process. I can enjoy the process. I can become better little by little. I can become better little by little. One lesson can teach me something. One lesson can teach me something. One conversation can make me braver. One conversation can make me braver. One mistake can make me wiser. One mistake can make me wiser. One sentence can improve my pronunciation. One sentence can improve my pronunciation. One habit can change my future. One habit can change my future. I am not starting from zero. I am not starting from zero. I already know many useful words. I already know many useful words. I already understand more than before. I already understand more than before. I have learned many things already. I have learned many things already. I am building on what I know. I am building on what I know. I trust my effort. I trust my effort. I trust my progress. I trust my progress. I trust my ability to improve. I trust my ability to improve. I will keep practicing even when it feels slow. I will keep practicing even when it feels slow. I will keep listening even when it feels difficult. I will keep listening even when it feels difficult. I will keep speaking even when I feel shy. I will keep speaking even when I feel shy. Beautiful. Now we will practice more natural spoken phrases. These are useful in daily English. Repeat after me. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. I did not realize that before. I did not realize that before. That is exactly what I needed. That is exactly what I needed. I am glad you mentioned that. I am glad you mentioned that. I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say the same thing. I need a little more time. I need a little more time. Let's talk about it later. Let's talk about it later. I will try to finish it today. I will try to finish it today. I have not decided yet. I have not decided yet. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. That is not what I meant. That is not what I meant. Let me explain it another way. Let me explain it another way. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I understand your concern. I understand your concern. I think we can solve this. I think we can solve this. Let's look at the options. Let's look at the options. Maybe we can try a different way. Maybe we can try a different way. That would be very helpful. That would be very helpful. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Good. Now let's practice speaking with emotion. Do not speak flatly. Let your voice show feeling. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here. I'm a little nervous, but I am ready. I'm a little nervous, but I am ready. That was such a nice surprise. That was such a nice surprise. I cannot believe how fast time passed. I cannot believe how fast time passed. I am so proud of what we did. I am so proud of what we did. I was worried at first, but now I feel better. I was worried at first, but now I feel better. That sounds exciting. That sounds exciting. That sounds a little stressful. That sounds a little stressful. I hope everything goes well. I hope everything goes well. I am sorry you had to deal with that. I am sorry you had to deal with that. I am glad things are getting better. I am glad things are getting better. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your support. You have been very kind to me. You have been very kind to me. I am thankful for this opportunity. I am thankful for this opportunity. I feel more confident than before. I feel more confident than before. I am ready for the next challenge. I am ready for the next challenge. Excellent. Now let's practice sentences about dreams and future goals. These sentences help you speak about your hopes in English. I want to speak English with confidence. I want to speak English with confidence. I want to understand natural conversations. I want to understand natural conversations. I want to express my ideas clearly. I want to express my ideas clearly. I want to meet people from different countries. I want to meet people from different countries. I want to travel without feeling afraid. I want to travel without feeling afraid. I want to watch English videos without feeling lost. I want to watch English videos without feeling lost. I want to read English books with more ease. I want to read English books with more ease. I want to join conversations without freezing. I want to join conversations without freezing. I want to answer questions more naturally. I want to answer questions more naturally. I want to speak with better rhythm. I want to speak with better rhythm. I want to pronounce words more clearly. I want to pronounce words more clearly. I want to sound more relaxed when I speak. I want to sound more relaxed when I speak. I want English to feel like part of my life. I want English to feel like part of my life. I know this goal is possible. I know this goal is possible. I know I can get closer every day. I know I can get closer every day. I know my effort will bring results. I know my effort will bring results. I am willing to practice consistently. I am willing to practice consistently. I am willing to repeat the basics. I am willing to repeat the basics. I am willing to keep going. I am willing to keep going. My future self will thank me for practicing today. My future self will thank me for practicing today. Great job. Now, we will do a final speaking challenge. These sentences are longer. Do not worry if you cannot say them perfectly the first time. Just follow me. I used to feel uncomfortable when I spoke English, but now I am learning to relax. I used to feel uncomfortable when I spoke English, but now I'm learning to relax. I used to worry about every mistake, but now I focus more on communication. I used to worry about every mistake, but now I focus more on communication. I used to think fluency meant speaking perfectly, but now I understand that fluency means speaking with more ease. I used to think fluency meant speaking perfectly, but now I understand that fluency means speaking with more ease. I used to avoid difficult listening practice, but now I know it helps my ears become stronger. I used to avoid difficult listening practice, but now I know it helps my ears become stronger. I used to feel shy about my accent, but now I know my voice is part of my story. I used to feel shy about my accent, but now I know my voice is part of my story. I used to wait for confidence before speaking, but now I speak so confidence can grow. I used to wait for confidence before speaking, but now I speak so confidence can grow. I am not the same learner I was before. I am not the same learner I was before. I am becoming more focused. I am becoming more focused. I am becoming more disciplined. I am becoming more disciplined. I am becoming more open to mistakes. I am becoming more open to mistakes. I am becoming more comfortable with natural English. I am becoming more comfortable with natural English. I am becoming the kind of person who practices even when it is not easy. I am becoming the kind of person who practices even when it is not easy. That is powerful. Now take another slow breath. Breathe in and breathe out. You have already repeated many English sentences today. You have practiced your voice. You have practiced your listening. You have practiced your rhythm. You have practiced your confidence. This is real practice. Not just watching, not just thinking, not just planning. You actually use English, and that matters. Before we finish, repeat these final sentences with me. I showed up for myself today. I showed up for myself today. I practiced even when it was not perfect. I practiced even when it was not perfect. I used my voice in English. I used my voice in English. I trained my ears with real sentences. I trained my ears with real sentences. I follow the rhythm of English. I follow the rhythm of English. I became a little stronger today. I became a little stronger today. I am proud of my effort. I am proud of my effort. I am proud of my progress. I am proud of my progress. I am proud of my courage. I am proud of my courage. I will come back and practice again. I will come back and practice again. I will keep improving step by step. I will keep improving step by step. I will keep listening. I will keep listening. I will keep repeating. I will keep repeating. I will keep speaking. I will keep speaking. I am closer to fluency than I was before. I am closer to fluency than I was before. Excellent work today. You have completed a full English shadowing practice session with the English Practice podcast. If your mouth feels a little tired, that is normal. If your voice feels more awake, that is a good sign. If some sentences were difficult, that means you found something useful to practice. Come back to this lesson again. The first time you build familiarity. The second time you hear more clearly. The third time you speak more smoothly. And after several times, the sentences begin to feel natural. That is how shadowing works. You repeat, you notice, you improve, you come back, you repeat again, and slowly, English becomes less strange and more familiar. Before you go, remember this. You do not need perfect English to communicate. You need courage, you need practice, you need patience, and you need the habit of using English often. Thank you for practicing with me today. If this lesson helped you, save it and practice again tomorrow. Share it with someone who wants to improve their English speaking and listening. And subscribe to the English Practice podcast for more calm, clear, and practical English practice. Keep going. Keep listening. Keep repeating. Keep speaking. Your English is growing every time you practice. I will see you in the next lesson.